I checked into the hotel a little after midnight, a cheap 7-story place on the edge of the highway, flickering neon sign, peeling paint, a lobby that smelled like wet carpet. I only chose it because I couldn't drive anymore. I'd been on the road for 10 hours and my eyes were starting to burn. The front desk clerk barely looked up when I walked in. He slid the key across the counter and said, "Room 409, end of the hall." Then he hesitated, like he wanted to add something, but didn't. I should have paid attention to that moment. The hallway on the 4th floor felt wrong the second I stepped out of the elevator. Too quiet, empty, even for that hour. As I walked toward my room, I noticed something strange. Every other door had a small metal latch installed on the outside, like a lock you'd use to keep something in, not out. But room 409 didn't. My room was the only one without a latch. I laughed it off, chalked it up to renovation work. I shouldn't have. Inside, the room looked normal enough. Old TV, scratchy blankets, a window overlooking the empty parking lot. But something bothered me. A smell. Not rotten, more like old sweat trapped in a closed space. I opened the window a little, tossed my bag on the chair, and finally lay down. I had maybe been half asleep for 10 minutes when I heard it. A soft, deliberate tap on the wall behind the bed. 3 taps, evenly spaced. I sat up. Shit, my heart was pounding. Hotels have thin walls. Maybe it was a neighbor, I thought. But then it came again, this time from inside the room. I turned on the lamp, but the room was empty. I checked the closet, the bathroom, under the bed. Nothing. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that someone had been in there recently. The air felt disturbed, like someone had been breathing in it before I arrived. I locked the door, double-checked it, of course. Finally started to drift back to sleep. That's when I heard it. A slow, dragging sound coming from the hallway outside. Not footsteps, something scraping along the floor. I froze. It stopped right outside my door. And then, a soft inhale, like someone's breathing near the bottom of the doorframe. I reached for my phone with shaking hands. No signal. I crept toward the peephole. For a moment, all I could see was the empty hallway. Then a face slid into view. A man, standing perfectly still, eyes wide open, looking directly into the peephole, as if he knew I was there. He lifted one hand and held up a metal latch, the same kind every other door had. He pressed a finger to his lips. My blood ran cold. I stumbled backward, pripped onto the bed. Before I could react, the doorknob rattled violently. Not like someone trying to break in, no, like someone checking to see how well I had locked it. When he realized it was secured, the rattling stopped. For a moment, everything was silent. Then a whisper came from the crack under the door.
"You're in the wrong room."
My blood went cold. I didn't answer. I didn't move. Eventually, the scraping sound returned, slowly fading down the hallway. I waited 10 minutes before I finally opened the door. The hallway was empty, but on the floor, right in front of 409, there was another latch, identical to the one he held up, and scratched into the paint on my door, as if carved with a key, were 4 shaky words. Why did they move you? I packed my things and left immediately. I told the clerk what happened. He didn't look surprised. He only said, "Someone else was supposed to be in that room tonight." When I asked who, he simply shook his head. "Ma'am, no one stays in 409 anymore." I've been driving all night. No matter what motel I stop at, I can't make myself go inside because I keep imagining that scraping sound following me, waiting for me to fall asleep, waiting for me to choose the wrong room again.